I was in a place where I was loved by everyone. I was valued and respected everywhere I went. And I left that place. I left my country on 10th of July 2024 and came to Australia on 11th July. And that's when the journey began. This video is gonna be a bit different from my usual content. It is mainly focused on my journey in Australia. From 11th July to 11th June, this 11th month is a journey I spent in Australia, and I'm going to cover the whole transition from Dhaka to Sydney. When I moved to Australia, at that time our country was going through a rebellion. The whole common people were having a war against the government. That moment I moved to Australia. Just after a few days, the whole network of my country was shut down by the government to keep all the massacres, all the murders secret. Back at home, I used to wake up at noon by the sound of light and lovely sound of my mother offering me a cup of tea or coffee, and that's how I used to wake up. The whole day I used to watch movies, playing games, going here and there with my brothers or my friends. If I felt just a little lonely, all I had to do was send one text: "Are you coming or shall I come?" And I had company for the whole day. We were 3 brothers. If none of my 2 brothers were at home, even for a short time, I used to go to my mom every 5 minutes and tell her, "I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling bored. What should I do? I have to do something." But after coming here, after the connection getting shut down, when the whole country was blocked from the world, I was the one who was isolated. The boy who couldn't just spend an hour without doing something fun, doing something crazy. He was all alone here, a completely different country, completely different environment, without any relatives, any friends, no one, nothing. I was totally isolated. I felt like I was caged. I was caged from the world. But then the university started. Luckily, I met new people from different countries with different backgrounds. I met some of the best people here in the first semester, in the first few weeks. Soon, the situation over my country was solved. Everything went back to normal. Life was great. Even I got a new job. I was busy doing part-time job, studies, and Monday was the day when I had most of my classes. I still remember from 9 to 8 I had classes, and every single Monday after the evening I was waiting for the next Monday. I was living by the Mondays. I was so excited to see the faces of my friends in the 9 in the morning. I never wake up in the morning. I used to wake up like 12:01 in my country, and here I used to wake up like 7 and go to university at 9 just to see their faces. Life was great. Life was busy, but life was great. Things went by, time passed by, and just blink of an eye, the semester ended. Right after the last class, I had the reality check. To all those people I prioritized more than my life were just some people. Right after the last class, I was totally broken. After the final exams, I had 3 months of vacation. First 1.5 or around 2 months most time of my entire life. All the friends I had here was gone. I had almost no communication with any of them. I was again isolated, I was again alone. I had to change my workplace, and the new one was so toxic. Every time I entered that place, I felt like I was dying little by little every single day. The whole time I was working almost 6 to 7 days on this vacation. I felt every single day felt like a nightmare. There was no hope, there's no aim, there was no Mondays. The Mondays I waited for. Every single day was terrible. But on New Year Eve, I went to see the fireworks alone. I did not have a single person to accompany me. I made myself a promise that day. I'm gonna change things. I made a goal for 2025 at least, with some silly and some serious goals. Luckily, at that day on the New Year Eve, I met a group of friends. Those are the best people the best group I made over here. This group is full of different cultural people. There is no boundaries. The things I faced at first here, everyone had to show a big boundary of respect to talk. It didn't feel like friends, or like the communication didn't feel like free. But with them, I felt like I was back with my old friends from my country. Everyone was so chill, having fun, roasting each other. Like, they felt like friends. Even though I was an outsider, a new person to them, but soon enough, they made me feel like I was one of them. Also, right after the New Year Eve, I changed my job. I quit the old one. I got myself a new job with mostly people from my background, like from my culture. And those people were also amazing. They feel like home. I don't feel scared to go to work anymore. Now when I go there, it feels like I'm entering my home. Those people were like my real brothers, my real cousins, my real sisters, and everything. And again, till today, I'm working with them. And just after a little time, the next semester also started. Things were again back on track. Everything was busy. Again, I was enjoying my life. I was enjoying my work. I met a lot of new friends. New semester, again new friend, and I was chilling. When the new semester started, I got some of the old friends from last semester, but most of them were lost. For most of them, I was never a friend to them. Like, nothing happened. But this time, I didn't get hurt because I was understanding the culture over here. That's how things are. That's how things are different from my place. I began to adapt the new perspectives. I began to learn new things, and every day I evolved. Again, time kept going. I enjoyed a lot this last semester. I went to adventures with my friends. I learned bowling. I learned driving. I bought myself a bike, my first ever bike. I made my license. I did a lot of things. I went to bar. I went to casino. I went to parties. I did everything. Overall, it was the life I was hoping to lead, my dream life. But somewhere deep inside, there was still some darkness. There's still some stories unfinished. There were so many assignments, so many exams, so many projects, presentations, a lot of things, and on top of that, those emotional slashes again broke me. But this time I wasn't losing my hope easily. One by one, I made a big to-do list. One by one, I kept completing all my assignments, everything, and when everything was done, all my exams were done, on the 11th month of my journey, I set myself free. I got the chain that was holding me for this long time. I tried to heal, but you know when Itachi said, time doesn't heal anything, it just teaches us how to live with pain. And I felt that, and I was adopting to the reality. All this time I was hoping for the things to go back how they were, but I forgot to realize they weren't never supposed to go back the way they were. I had to change, I had to evolve. If things stay the same, I would too. With all the realizations and everything, I had the freedom, the same that I was on day one. But I was again at the square one. In life, we don't lose. We either win or we gain lessons. And I gained a lot of them. But I tried to follow my updates with dashed months in Australia with posts and reels. But sadly, this 11 months is the last of this series. There won't be any 12 month or a year in Australia. The first day I arrived here, I was excited to start the new life. But today, I'm excited to go back to my old life. Yes, that's right. The reason for not completing 12 months is the same. I'm going back to Bangladesh. Even if it is for just a month, prepare yourself, Bangladesh. Mama Mota is coming back. And the real fun is about to begin. I'm gonna turn the wheel again. I'm gonna change things again. This time, I promise, things gonna be fire.